Hello, and welcome to Dice Friends. This is the 7th and final episode of Best of Intentions, a D&D 5th edition game that is part of the Adventurers League organized play campaign, Oracle of War. I'm Dale Friesen, and I shall be the Dungeon Master today. Joining me, I am honored to introduce to you three incredible performers. We'll start with Jacob. Hey, Jacob, who are you, and who are you playing today?
Hi, my name is Jacob Burgess. I am a voice actor, a writer, and part of indie game publisher called Yesbird Games. I am playing the rogue bard Warforged Patches,
Cool.
who is very afraid all the time.
Contrasting with that, Corey, who are you, and who are you playing?
Hi, I'm Coriander Dickinson. I work with LoadingReadyRun here. I'm playing Holler, the Warforged fighter.
Okay, perhaps less fearful than Patches.
Not even a little.
Okay. And Andy, please tell us about yourself.
Hi there, my name is Andrew Counton. I'm a benevolent figment of your imagination, Jim. And I'm also playing Marcel de Thrashk, a half-orc ranger, level 6.
Okay, and when we last left our heroes, they had made it back to the Tale of Flowers.
Vivamar's at the Tale of Flowers? Oh, you mean us?
Yeah.
Oh, we're the good guys. Oh.
Oh, got him. Got him.
Protagonists?
It's too late.
I don't even know.
You had rescued Channa. She had a purple glow. She was unconscious. You brought her back. Mistress Goodpot was speaking with the individual you had freed from prison. And
She's got a wacky arm now.
She has a wacky arm now, indeed.
I forgot.
I didn't. That shit
Mouse,
was burned into my brain.
Marcel is still feeling quite happy, I believe. And he has a bin full of plums.
Mm.
And he has been exhaling spores all over the place. Which, of the four of you returning, two of you are immune to them. So that's good. And I believe that Patches and Holler needed an oil bath.
Uh-huh.
So you took a quick dip, and I think you're heading back to Salvation to grab something to fix Channa.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, you are being slowly but relentlessly pursued by a couple of people from that manor house. One of them is flying, one of them is skittering along. So I'm guessing that your oil baths were more perfunctory than leisurely.
Most assuredly.
And while that has been going on, Marcel has been pickling his plums and preparing them, soaking them in vinegar, that sort of thing. These are going to keep all the winter. We are going to make so many friends, just lining them up in the storage room.
And what are you going to tell Mistress Goodpot about them?
Oh, I will say, Mistress Goodpot, you are so lucky you get a tentacle thing, and very soon you will be very happy. Oh my goodness. I still think ethically we're, like, in the black. I think, I still think we're doing good. And we are spreading joy. It is, yes, as a Mistress Goodpot is, oh my good, your tentacle. What a thing that is, eh?
I can clean all the roofs now!
Oh, I'm so happy for you. My goodness. Has there been any more sightings of our, perhaps our cat friend, our ghost cat?
I have driven it off. No sign at all.
Oh, I see. right. Well, I'm very sad that I will not be able to meet our ghost kitty, but I'm very glad that this cat is no longer bothering you and your order you keep here in the inn.
Let that be a lesson!
Yes, and it's just her and him. So it's
Is it just awkward silence for the rest of the pickling operation?
yeah. Marcel will take his lesson, and as is still in his wonderful stomach plum haze. I will. Lesson learned. Wonderful. And fiddling with his plums, so to
Okay.
speak.
And we did agree. I just want to be clear. We agreed on a ballista for the roof.
Okay.
I
Right?
think it would look quite fetching.
I do too. Right over the door. Very welcoming. A welcoming ballista. Yep.
You could hang a flag on it or something.
Sure.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Like the inn sign is on it. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
All right, and I think you have grabbed your stuff and you're heading back to town.
Yeah. Except I've swapped my leather armor for the sizzle vest, because I cannot wear armor and the vest at the same
Right.
time. And I spent so much time finding someone to recharge it for me.
And she did. Instead of the rows of circles, there's now one big circle. It's a black circle, and it has a point of light that orbits around the circle counterclockwise. The orb of light is sort of an orangish red, much like the coloration was on the vest beforehand. But now there's animation.
Ooh.
That looks a bit different than it did before. Would you like me to perhaps see what that could do? Or would you like it to be a surprise to my erstwhile friend?
Are you asking me, or...
No, I was asking you and not...
I guess it wouldn't hurt.
It won't. It's the prevention of said hurt that I'm mostly going for.
I meant
Yeah.
to cause a lot of it, though.
Oh, no. For us, always for us. You make your choices. I
Just for
identify.
clarification,
Yes.
are you marching on the road while this conversation is happening, or are you
100%,
hanging out?
yes. No,
Okay.
no,
Okay,
we're taking
okay.
off, and
Yeah.
on the road I'm going to cast Identify on the vest because it seems to be different than it was before, and I would like to know what.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Rather, I would like Haller to know what.
In
so
my
Haller
mind, it's
can
just
make
been
good
recharged,
choices.
so clearly everything's perfect.
I don't
so
trust anything.
there is a slight change to. You don't have to make a duck swarm roll or anything, do you?
Oh, no, I'm doing that now. Yeah, we're still in the Mournlands, I think. 5.
Okay.
Excellent.
So it's just gonna happen normally.
Yes. Yep.
Um,
I'm.
I like that
I'm
robot
sorry.
style.
That's my water heater, and I couldn't figure out how to turn it off, so it didn't do that before we started recording. So Danny DeHito decided to sing a little tune. I apologize.
Righto. All right. So there are a few changes to the sizzle vest that you should know about. First change. The fire, instead of being regular fire, now has an abyssal tinge to it.
Cool.
Second change, the range is more variable. You can
Cool.
shoot further than you could before if you choose to do so.
Instead of point blank like I have been.
I like ranged weapons.
And finally, instead of having a number of charges, every time you use it, it tries to access chaos magic and recharge itself. So in theory, you can use this potentially an infinite number of times.
Perfect. Perfect. Wow. Money well spent.
Indeed. Especially since you spent no money and simply opened a door. Or even
free.
window. Yes.
The best kind.
Yes.
Patches frightfully relays all of that information to you.
All right. And happily, you were able to do this before the wild magic storm hit, so you didn't have any extra repercussions, and you can actually trust all of the information you got, which might not have been the case otherwise. Now, the storm is reducing your visibility a little bit, but it is not impacting your hearing. Have any of your passive perceptions changed as a result of leveling? I'm guessing no, but...
No.
All right. Patches.
Minus... I was it 17 last time? I can't remember.
It was, yes.
It was.
17
okay,
is the
no,
number I have
hasn't.
for you.
Yep, okay, great. No, so I don't believe it has.
Okay. So with the 17, Patches, you will be the first to hear a sound that you are also the most equipped to recognize. This set of conductor stones that you've repaired has someone coming along it at high speed toward you. You may recall that the conductor stones are sort of following the road from the Tale of Flowers to Salvation.
Yes.
You're not in any risk unless you're deliberately choosing to walk along the rails.
No, definitely not. Is it
Okay.
high speed or inadvisably high speed?
All of the above. So normally, these won't go any more quickly than like 30 miles an hour, which is like 50 kph.
Yeah.
And you can push them if you have to. This train is going significantly more rapidly than that. But you can't see anything because of the storm.
Yes. Patches, puts his hand on both Marcel and Haller's shoulders as we are walking along. Like, listen,
Huh?
can you smell something?
Smell? Not recently. Maybe I needed more time in the bath.
A train is coming.
You do need a bath. You think, man. You foof. My goodness gracious. Anyway.
Really hurts my ego.
Maybe we should get some fresh oil for the baths. Instead of using good pot's leftovers.
We were in a hurry.
Yes, we were in a hurry, but we're stopping now. What are we stopping for?
I believe our train friend is coming, the possessed one.
Oh, snitch!
Oh,
Oh, let's see if we can catch a ride!
yes.
Snitch!
Snitch!
Snitch, is that you? Snitch!
So, coming racing out of the mist along the rails is indeed Snitch, going backward, pushing the boxcar. And she's like, "Oh, hello there, it's good to see you."
Oh no, she was going way too fast to stop to talk to us.
The exciting thing is that also pursuing her out of the mist comes an airship. I don't know if any of you have ever seen an airship before. They look like sea ships, except instead of sails, they have one big ring of a captured elemental, and they're made out of wood that is naturally buoyant in the air. So the elemental can propel them where they're going. The first one was created less than 10 years ago, so it was being frantically made for the war effort, like many other
Are
things.
there any large bodies of water near Salvation?
There's a river?
I probably haven't even seen a boat before.
Okay.
You have a boat.
You have a rowboat.
Look, a big rowboat!
So, There is also some pew 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 happening because there are beams of yellow energy firing from this airship toward Snitch.
Oh no!
They're moving rapidly. So about 20 minutes later along the road back towards Salvation, assuming you don't stop or interfere.
Should we follow them?
How?
I wouldn't know what we'd. How?
Maybe
what
we
would-
could set up a signal flare of some kind.
Ah,
Would
yes.
have been good to establish some signals with Snitch earlier, but we've been very busy.
I mean, I think you established some knock signals.
Yeah,
We
with the
did.
group. Exactly.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
suggesting. Some very
Are-
elite spycraft.
Any visible markings on that airship that we can see?
Yes, and certainly stuff that you would recognize because this is an airship that is from House Lyrandar, and House Lyrandar makes the airships. And they've really screwed over House Orion because Orion had sort of a monopoly on all the high-speed transport until House Lyrandar went and made airships. So this doesn't belong to any army or government. This is basically, being hired by someone.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I don't know if that's helpful information, but those are the markings.
I mean-
You might be able to make out its name if you're looking for that.
I
It's the-
am.
Okay, I think that's not going to be a passive perception check,
Sure.
but
Sure,
you're
sure,
good
sure.
at perception.
I'm all right. 24.
24.
All right.
Oh, well, that's not only going to give you the name, which is the Radiant Rill, and it's not only going to show you that the person standing at the bow, sort of leaning over, looking at Snitch and directing the pew pew pews, is Emperi, the woman you saw a couple of times.
Yep.
Or at least you saw her when she teleported in Bivamar and his group.
Right.
Also, you are going to see that one of the beams hit Snitch after she had gone back into the storm and sort of out of visibility. And she has an elemental herself that's in a ring, but the beam hits that and the elemental escapes. And the ring goes sort of zipping off into the air, and Snitch sort of slows to a halt
Oh.
behind you.
You gonna share with the group?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll relay everything. I mean, he's doing it like this because he understands what's going to be happening next. He's just, yes, they all of this, our trained friend is stopped now.
I guess I just take off running towards Snitch.
Yep.
I take off running towards Horeo.
I sigh and take off running towards Marcel. I take the cart though, because we're not leaving our friend in the
Oh, we were
moorlands.
bringing the cart? Okay. I still have the cart.
Yeah,
then.
the cart has Shenna in it.
Yeah, of course. I was pulling the cart, so I have the cart.
Yes. Yep. Just
Yeah.
Cool.
I didn't leave it.
No, got it. Okay.
Okay, so you start sprinting back. You'll come back into visibility soon. The airship overshot Snitch and is going to have to circle back to come around. It's a couple hundred feet in the air.
Is there any cover so that we could maybe ambush them? We can get the boxcar. Want to jump out of the boxcar and surprise him?
Yeah, there's Boxcar. There's Snitch's cab, assuming Snitch is upright.
Yes. So Snitch is still hovering. This is just her propulsion is gone.
Yep.
Ah.
So you're sprinting toward her. The ship is coming back toward, and you can see they've prepared kind of a little air rowboat type thing, and Perry and a couple of other people are in the air rowboat, getting ready to launch from the airship as it approaches. So as you're sprinting, they're faster than you, but you're definitely going to be able to get there, and you can see all this now in the storm.
Okay.
Hey, you know what's really great? Falling damage. Hauler.
What do you think the range on this thing is?
Variable.
I'll try. I've got to light it. So, you said they're
Yep.
faster than us?
Yes, the airship is absolutely faster than you sprinting.
So last time I used one of the lanterns on Snitch to light the focus rod. What do I have available now to light a fire with?
Wild Magic Storm?
Oh, no.
I can do that? Heck
I
yeah.
will say yes.
Can I just hold it in
Yeah.
the air like a lightning rod? That would be
Well, I mean,
amazing.
I think you
did
should
say
be
that it's going
telling,
to use
not
chaos
asking.
magic. Oh, God.
Should we be in initiative?
Andy,
what
you
if
wanna
I
weigh
got
in?
a shot off first?
I don't know. This is things are very up in the air. If there's nothing that that Marcel can't jump up and swing on, he's sort of out of his element. So I'm not really sure. What would we have to save our friends? They're attacking our friend.
Yeah.
So I think I still maintain that that I have a neutral good value system, and so I should be helping someone who needs help. So let us go now. We don't necessarily have to go in guns a blazing, of course, but we do have this. I figure if we have this magical cool vest, we should do something with it.
Yeah, I like.
not
I'm
guns that
just
are gonna be
afraid because
ablazing.
when the tail of flowers got attacked by the guy with the focus rod, he was way out of range when he tried it the first time, and I don't want to be out of range. But if they get to Snitch first, then Snitch is in danger. So I guess I'm gonna get in range.
I did
Okay.
cast Identify. Does it seem like Two Patches, who usually uses ranged weapons, that a hauler could strike the rowboat from here?
So it would probably be at maximum range. There would be disadvantage.
That's fine.
How about Bardic Inspiration, and you can just roll it?
Okay.
All right. So
Or wait,
tell-
no, that doesn't give advantage. Excuse me.
It adds a
Yeah.
D6 or something, doesn't
Yep.
it?
Yes. Yes, that's what it does. Yes. Oh, it's a D8 now. Sorry.
Oh, a D8. Nice. Okay.
Yes.
And I forget what I have to roll for ranged attack. Dale, what do I need to roll to shoot the focus rod at someone?
Are you proficient with it? Did we decide that? So a ranged attack is with your dexterity mod.
Right. So it's just a D20 plus mod.
Sure. So, but first you have to tell me the story of how you set the focus rod on fire.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm running with the cart, and I realize that they're approaching faster. So I'm gonna ditch the cart and pull out the focus rod as I'm going, and then I guess, out of desperation, just try to summon magic from the air with it by holding it up.
Okay. So let me
Like,
give
please.
let me give you the mechanic for this storm.
Okay.
Every time something interacts with this wild magic storm, two wild magic effects happen. And you, whoever the player is, get to describe the first one. And it can be anything you like. And I will say yes. And
Oh, I hate
then
this.
I will describe the second effect.
Oh, this is bad. This is so bad.
First effect is that there's a power surge in the focus rod.
Sure, so it lights on fire?
It lights on fire.
All right. That works for you. And I think that the second effect is that you are temporarily outlined in this power surge, and it kind of draws the eye.
Yes! Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah. Like you're on the like a heavy metal album cover. Just
Yeah, like St. Elmo's fire, just...
Yeah. Just this this Warforged standing in a storm, illuminated with a flaming staff. I would buy that album before we get to say Jack Robinson. Goodness.
So in this wild magic effect, if any of you have any suggestions for the second effect, I will happily listen to them.
Okay.
If you make a really strong effect, I will probably make a really strong effect. If you really screw yourselves over, I will try to do something that helps you out roughly as much. We're just going to try to have some fun here and say yes and to each other.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
It's hard because, like, me, the player, I really want this to go well.
So, I feel like I also, as the DM, really want this to go well for you. I would like you to ultimately win. I would feel good about that. I think that if you guys just won right now and had no challenges to overcome, I would be doing a bad job. That is not us as performers presenting a good story, and it is not me as a DM giving you guys fun if I just say yes without saying the and.
I love when you spin up your justification engine. It's really a thing of beauty. It's fantastic.
Just want to make you happy, Jacob.
No, don't you lie to me, Dale Friesen.
So at this point, like, I'm fully I'm willing to enter initiative at this point because I
right.
do want to just let this thing go.
All right, well, then let us roll some initiative. Holler, what you got?
16.
Cool. And Patches?
15.
Marcel?
13.
Question when we're done with initiative.
I will just need a moment here.
Of course. Of course. Anybody else terrified? Or just me? Is it...
Marcel is very happy. This is high adventure. This is wonderful.
But you got plum belly.
It's the strange thing is even with the plum belly, his personality is not that different.
No, it's not. It really isn't doing... He just got more Marcel. That's all that
Yes,
happened. Like,
exactly.
There's no... Like,
He is just
What-
himself to the second degree.
yeah. What do you like when you're high? More. No, so just me? Just me? No?
Well, it's the final episode. This is for dramatic moments and shed tears, and it's be a good time either way.
Snitch is my friend and has to be protected. And
Yes.
that might not happen. And that would be devastating.
Yes. And You're my business associate, so I suppose we're all going to make these business decisions together.
It looks like, Holler, not only have you been doing all this, you actually rolled the highest initiative out of everybody involved in this. So that was nice for you. What you gonna do?
I would like to take aim at the rowboat and fire using the additional boost of chaos
Okay.
to double the range at least.
Yes. So you're firing this magic item into the wild magic storm toward the air, the sky rowboat.
Yeah.
Great. How'd you do?
Can I roll?
And you get a D8 to both.
Oh, and a D8, please.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah. Yep.
Good. D8. 21.
Everything that I
That's
took
a modified
is
20.
Ooh.
20. That sounds really good.
It does.
Okay.
Thank you for the inspiration.
Everything that I did was to make you two better. Like that. Everything I did.
We appreciate it.
Okay. So
I'm not gonna do shit.
do you have the damage for this thing, Corey?
I am checking my notes on the equipment.
Because I can look it up here somewhere.
It was a
You
lot.
might need to.
Yeah, it was 66. I get
66.
a saving throw, except I'm a boat.
Yeah.
It doesn't even flicker. Like,
Yeah, I know. It's lame. It's the underachieving cousin of your boat. This one just flies.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a nothing boat. Yeah, I don't think a rowboat gets a dexterity save, which is a shame because it's a really low DC. All right.
Shame.
So, my first question is, how much fire damage are you doing to this rowboat? 6d6.
that would be 18.
18. All right. My second question is, how does the wild magic interact with all of this?
That was my question, is what does interact mean?
Okay, so after you answer my question, please answer Jacob's question.
No, I was asking the mechanics question of the DM. Before, when you were describing the mechanic, you said interact. I just want to know what interact means I'm so scared.
So, it means that you're gonna tell me some exciting things and then I'm going to say yes. So there are ways to get me to say no in a game. We've never seen it happen, to my knowledge, on Dice Friends, because the way to get me to say no is to make things less fun for someone else in the group. And none of you would ever do that.
No.
So,
Of course not.
you know, you can make things less fun for the other characters, because that's enormous fun for everybody who's a player.
Yeah.
Well, I've got an idea. Is this up to Corey because she initiated it, or what?
Corey has final say, yes.
Oh yeah. Oh well, then I have a suggestion for Corey. What if if there's a bad? Oh, you described the not so good thing, Dale. Is that it? That we? Because I have an idea for a disaster.
I felt like my good thing was the extended range. Although if the fire damage itself gets modified, then can we just be like, it's pink fire?
Ooh.
So I'm going to answer all of those questions. If you just want the effects of the wild magic to be that the flame changes color, you can say that. Andy, if you, as your contribution, list a bunch of bad things, then for my contribution, I will list what I consider to be good things to try to balance it out.
Excellent. What I
Go
would think,
for it, Andy, please.
what I think would be neat is that this usually what happens if you blow fire and energy at something, it sends it in the opposite direction. What if this has an attractive quality, and now this boat is damaged and on fire, and now coming towards us at a high speed?
I'm going to make a contribution to my pants.
So, Corey has final say.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that totally sounds cool. I was thinking, maybe the fire would turn into concrete.
Ooh.
But yeah, no, it being on fire and coming towards us very quickly is very fun.
All right. I propose that so yes to all of that, obviously.
Okay.
And then the people in the boat get jostled by this sudden acceleration. And my good friend Jacob had asked for them to have some falling damage. So why don't they fall out of the boat and have some falling damage? Because that way I can also say yes to him. So the boat is coming whipping toward you on fire. The people inside have fallen out, perhaps leapt out, and they're each going to take another 6d6 points of damage. I can just use the 18 that you rolled, or you can roll it again. I don't have a preference.
I'll roll it again.
Sure.
It's more fun if it's a different number.
Cool.
I am
5,
the
6.
opposite of shocked.
23.
23. Lovely. So they each take 23 damage, and they have fallen hard onto the ground nearby. 23. Let me record some damage here.
I like this. What does a wild magic storm look like? I imagine it's very, there's a lot of movement and colors and
The
Generally,
smell of
I've seen it
boysenberry.
depicted as like a psychedelic trip storm.
right, yeah.
There's like swirly color, lava lamp, lightning.
Yeah, and I've got it sort of in my mind. It's like the tornado from the Wizard of Oz. There's just random things floating in it as it sort of whizzes by around.
It's chaotic energy.
I just realized that Marcel has spent a large portion of this entire campaign out of his head.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yep.
I've been going through the mist with Plumbelly.
Yeah, no, somehow he is thriving in the Mornlands.
He's doing great.
I'm living my best life.
Yo.
So I like this idea of there being a whole bunch of things swirling through the storm. So if you guys want to use any of those, I will, of course, say yes.
Ooh. I don't know how I'm going to use a farmhouse other than to drop it on Impuri.
And then we take our shoes.
Yes!
I mean, we've already taken a vest. We've taken a rod. I mean, hell, we took somebody's employment. Like, we're the good guys, by the way. I just want to...
Yeah, it's canon. It was brought up earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we can get a cannon eventually. Right now, it's just a
I
list, though.
know, right? We need to go back to that expo and get me my cannon arm.
Yes, we do.
I believe it is Patches' turn.
Okay, so I just want to take this opportunity to defend myself. What I said is, how does it, how do you feel about falling damage? And that question, the question turned into, let's get them, and then Haller ran off. I just want that. I just want the order of operations to be clear for the record for posterity.
It made there was no effect on my plans. I meant to shoot them.
So does this mean that this doesn't count as me giving you something to make you happy? I'll have to come up with something else.
No, you're right. No, let's go with your version of events. That makes me very happy. No, that's fine. Anyway, I'm going to run over and see how many people are either dead, dying, injured, or otherwise. I would just like to take a look at the scattered bodies that have hit the ground hard.
Okay, so 3 bodies have hit the ground hard, one of whom is Imperi.
Okay. And how many folks are still in the boat? Or was it just 3 people?
There were 2 boats. The first one had launched, had Imperi and these 2, and no one else in this boat. The other boat is still attached to the rill.
Okay. People are getting in it?
Yeah, I mean, there's also the crew of this ship. They have their own uniforms. They don't look like that. Like the three people who are on the ground in front of you all have holy symbols of the Silver Flame, and the crew are all wearing the uniform of House Larander.
Great. Okay.
And the
Are they
boat
unconscious
has. Sorry?
Oh, sorry. I just want to know if the people were unconscious or dead, but please
No,
continue.
no. They only took 23 points of damage.
Okay. Okay.
There's a House Larander logo on the rowboat you set on fire.
Okay. All right. Well, good. That's one less thing for them. Did everybody fall within 10 feet of each other, pretty much?
I mean, I think they would be a little bit scattered because they're out of a high speed. I'm not sure it matters to me. I was picturing them more scattered, but if it would be better for you that they be close, then this could be a thing that I do for you, and I could make them all close.
I would like them all to be close.
All right, they are all close.
Excellent. If they are not, if they're still moving around, I'm going to run over into the middle of them and cast Thunderwave.
That sounds fun.
Jump. So I'll roll for the wild magic now.
Please.
That would be a 6
All
for
right.
the wild magic. But there's a wild magic effect anyway, right?
Yes.
Marvelous. Boy, I know, I highly suspect at one point you're like, wow, those dice have never rolled any wild magic effects. It's storm time, everybody.
I feel like I advertised that there was wild magic in this area back in episode 1.
Yes.
And we as a group really need to show that that's the case.
Yes.
I absolutely agree. So let's do that now with a level 3 version of this first level spell. Patches runs over, and with it's just a verbal and semantic component, so he just goes over with that sonorous tolling bell and slaps his hands together. You can hear it out at 300 feet, and a large funeral bell sound happens. It has started to rain very lightly, so when he slaps his hands together, all of the sonic energy pushes out, pushing all of that water away, just temporarily, scattering all of the bodies. If they don't make a Constitution save at difficulty 13, they move 10. Oh, it's 15 feet. They're within 15 feet of each other, and they're all going to take 4d8 sonic damage, which I rolled very poorly on for 15 damage.
Okay, so they're each going to take 15 damage, and they each need to make a DC 15 Constitution save or get pushed.
DC 13.
13, thank you. And there's wild magic.
And there's wild magic, yes. Little help on a wild magic effect?
One of them turns into a hedgehog.
One of them turns into a person-sized hedgehog.
Whoa.
Let's not get crazy. That's not.
It's gonna be adorable. Now it's a little scary.
I think that describes our whole campaign thus far. I think.
Adorable and a little scary.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of them changes into a person-sized hedgehog.
Yes. They also take half damage if they make the save.
Oh. All right. Well, I'm still rolling.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think a person-sized hedgehog. One of them just goes.
All right. So, one of the guards, is it the one who made the save, or presumably the one who failed the save?
The one who failed the save, yes. Yeah.
All right.
Seems fair.
What's the other effect, Dale? Oh, he's taking notes.
I am. Yeah,
Everything
Also,
about
I'm
this makes
I'm
me
rolling
nervous.
saving throws and I'm dealing damage and I'm trying to keep everything going here.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
appreciate it.
Yeah, very much.
All right. So you have changed this person into a person-sized hedgehog,
Yes.
and I think that the other effect is to weaponize the hedgehog quills.
Okay.
But
Seems
that
normal
would
for a
still be an
hedgehog,
attack
though.
roll. So, this person is going to have to choose whether to attack with the weaponized quill or, some other attack.
Okay. And then as a bonus action, he does that, slaps his hands together, big sonorous bell, motions over to Marcel. You're up! And Bardic Inspiration for Marcel.
Okay.
Oh, merci beaucoup.
So Marcel is indeed up, by which I mean he's on deck after Imperi.
Yes. I mean, I wasn't going to say it to him, Perry.
Yeah.
You suck it, Marcel. You're up.
So Imperi is in a bad way, and she is going to cast a spell. Would one of you like to make the duck swarm roll for that, or do you want me to do it?
Oh, I got it.
Okay,
Thank you.
9.
thank you. All right, so she casts a spell, and those of you who can recognize spell casting recognize invisibility. Now, she's in a wild magic storm. Someone want to speculate about how the wild magic is affecting Imperi?
She cast invisibility, but her, and also can't see.
Okay, I'm okay with
Ooh.
that.
That's lovely and ironic. That's nice.
Yeah, her retinas have gone invisible in the
Yeah.
wrong way.
Yeah.
There you go. The light can't interact with it. They
Yeah,
just go right
right.
through.
Usually the magic accounts for that, but
Mhm.
not so much. All right. My yes and I would like to give you veto on this, but I also see Jacob's finger.
Oh, there wasn't a secondary effect for the. Oh, the hedgehog was the weaponized quills were. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I apologize.
I mean, I don't think they're as good as a weapon, but if you disarm this guy, he's got a backup.
Yeah. Yep.
So, I think she can see things that are invisible. She can
I like that.
only see things that are invisible.
Ah.
What a great boon in the Mornlands.
Yeah.
So, I think there's going to be some shrieking, and I think she's going to run off and trip.
Okay.
Very good.
Okay. Good.
Marcel, you're up.
Mais oui. So this flaming rowboat, is that still hurtling towards Holler at a yes, it is. Okay, well then what I would like to do is I would like to firstly comment very quickly, that was the most metal thing I have ever seen. And I am going to see this boat coming my way and go, uh-oh. And
But you
I would
feel
like-
happy.
I feel very happy about it. Uh-oh. And as it's coming our way, I would like to, and this is me playing, but you said if we could use things that are in the storm, that are coming out. I would like for there to be, as part of this wild magic thing happen, the usually invisible mattress of many winks is coming by on the starboard side, and I say, Oleon, watch out! And I would like to shove Holler and myself into this mattress as it's going by for a soft landing, but out of the way of the flaming boat.
So, It is usually invisible, but it's currently visible. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Just because of the wild magic. Maybe that's me playing God too much. I don't know.
I would love to see you try to play God too much.
Okay.
I dare you to try to get me to say no.
Might as well keep going then.
Okay. All right.
I see Jacob's hand.
If we could, because I think this might be a more fun thing to do. If we could retcon the one thing that happened to her, she turned invisible. Everything else that was invisible turned visible.
Oh, okay.
So we all see it except her.
Yes. Is that acceptable to everybody?
That sounds great.
That might be more
Horrifying.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I would like to now. Holler is a very, very large person and made of metal. So, I've got some good strength athletics I'd like to try to employ.
Yeah, I've never tried to estimate my weight, but go ahead with that strength check.
Okay, will do. And I've also got like bardic inspiration and a hero point that I
Oh,
can
yeah.
use.
And I feel like by now you've all earned regular inspiration, surely.
Yeah.
Oh, you think so? Aw, you're the best for thinking that. Okay, well let's try that. So here we go. That is that's a 13 plus 6 is 19. And then why don't I use my hero point, which is plus 6, to bump it up to a 25?
Okay. So I think a 25 will allow you to grab Holler and launch the two of you onto this flying mattress of many eyeballs.
Excellent. I have never been happier.
All
This
right.
mattress sure has.
And that wasn't even you doing any wild magic, so I won't add anything to that. There are a couple of bodyguards. So they're going to stand up because they face planted.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said bodyguards. I thought you said body parts, and I was like, oh no.
There's some body parts
Yeah,
that have animated,
Yep, just
or they used to be invisible, but now they're everywhere. This
now
is
they're
a giant
not.
foot,
Yeah. Oh, it's just bad.
just below the knee, cut off. But it's
We're
like
getting
20 feet
flipped
tall.
off by 1,000 hands. Like just.
Yeah, there's a swarm of middle fingers.
Yep.
All the little fingers look like ducks. They're all.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's birds. You know.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ah.
Ah.
Yes.
I like this group very much.
I'm sad this is ending, and I hope we get to do more stuff.
Yes, same.
All right. So the bodyguards stand up. They each have two swords. They're each going to draw one this round. Now, Marcel and Holler are on a flying mattress. Where is Patches? He sort of ran into the middle of everything.
Yeah, and hurt them all.
Right.
Yeah.
Now his friends are flying away.
Yes.
Without him.
That is what I think is happening here. All right. So I think they're each going to attack you.
Oh no! Oh
Come on! Patches is just like, well, that's typical.
But imagine how menacing the hedgehog was. He's just like, yeah.
So I hit an 18 and a 7. Do either of those hit you?
An 18 and a 7?
Yes.
The 18 definitely does, yes.
Okay. For 8 damage.
For 8 damage.
Yeah.
All right.
See? Easy peasy.
I don't trust you at all. Thank you. 8 damage.
Yes.
Beautiful.
All right. Okay.
We've got, for the audience listening at home, we've gotten to some question marks on the initiative board. We don't know what's happening now.
Yeah, but the last one on the board is the Radiant Rill itself. So I'm curious to see what the entire airship is going to do to us.
Well, for example, it's going to launch another rowboat.
Oh no!
I just wanted to have a point
Oh, no
in
boat.
the initiative for like any ship actions that might happen. Like the half elf captain of the airship isn't joining this. Like she and her crew are staying aboard the Rill.
Yeah,
Right.
because they just got hired to do a thing.
Yeah,
They're not going to do more than what they got hired to do.
that's exactly right.
Yeah. Also, this house is full of cowards and they smell bad.
Not a house of honor.
So the rowboat is going to begin its descent, and we are going to finish our first round of combat. Also, Patches, you have a really high passive perception.
Oh, I forgot to do a thing. Yes. Yep.
So I think you can see that the large winged humanoid that has been doggedly flying toward you is now entering the storm.
Okay. And it's flying.
Yes, so at the end
Yes.
of last session, you were being pursued by two critters. I should have done a recap.
Oh,
Oh, you
yes,
mentioned them.
Yes,
Okay, good.
you'd mentioned them. I'm just making sure that I know that it's flying and I have two friends that are flying. Therefore, it's not my problem.
Excellent.
Good. I forgot that I had a new ability, as a matter of fact. That would have prevented the damage that I took.
Then I guess you took no damage. Do you want to tell
Okay.
us how that worked?
Yes, because this is a new thing for Patches. Patches, when as the attack's coming in, one of the bodyguards takes a huge overhand swing, and on a bright red light flashes on Patches' arm, and he starts to scream as a red barrier sweeps the attack aside, and there is now a huge fucked up looking red glowing tattoo that goes down most of his arm, following the patchwork scars that he had already had. Because he just got an aberrant dragon mark.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So that actually puts my AC +5, which is above the 18. So he wouldn't have taken that damage. Because it
Sweet.
can cast shield.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you.
This brings us to Holler. Hey, Holler, you are riding a mattress consisting of eyeballs through the air in the midst of this swirling wild magic storm with a number of things that are invisible that you can see.
Yeah. Marcel, I can't imagine this is comfortable for the mattress.
No.
Like, there! And I pet one of the eyeballs. There!
Oh.
And I'm like, looking around, it's like, there's another rowboat coming from it. Like, let's go! And I try to direct the mattress to intercept the rowboat when it's coming towards us.
I see. So there is no non-magical way to direct this mattress.
That's why I have animal handling.
Ah.
Fantastic.
So I think you're going to need at least a 21 or invoke wild magic.
Okay. Can I do both?
I know I dared you to try to make me say no, but honestly, that's kind of a feeble effort. Of course I'm saying yes.
Okay, I do want to roll animal handling because I haven't gotten to for the whole thing because we didn't bring any horses because I was there.
So, I would like to point out that because I've given you sort of this wild magic narrative control, if there's anything you've been wanting to do the whole campaign, this is your opportunity to bring something in. You haven't been able to swim? Hey, a swimming pool appears out of nowhere. You know,
Suddenly,
you make
20
your
customers appear falling from the sky.
You got a place to stay, got a place to stay, got a place to stay, got a place to stay.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Pulls out a bunch of foldable flyers and starts handing them out.
Okay, so animal handling, that's a 17, and I'm going to use my inspiration, which is that a reroll or a plus?
It's a reroll.
Damn, no, I want to use the hero die to add a d6 to that.
Okay.
Then. Or wait, you said how many? 20 something?
It has to be over 20.
Over 20. I think I can get there in a d6 with a 17. It's like 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the worst that could
I
happen?
rolled
Surely.
a 4.
Okay.
But you have
So
inspiration.
we'll never get to know.
You have inspiration, I believe. Didn't Dale say we all had inspiration?
Yeah, but she
Yeah.
doesn't even need it.
Oh, she doesn't need it. Oh,
No,
good. Well,
I did it.
never mind. I was thinking of that wrong. So good. Excellent. Woo!
And I believe you also said you were invoking some wild magic.
Well, yeah, because I gotta, like, shoot at the rowboat, or can I, is that a standard, or... Well, I mean, I'm not moving, or I guess is the mattress using my move? That's very complicated rules stuff.
Yeah, why don't... you know what can give you extra actions? Wild magic.
Yes, I would love to shoot the rowboat.
Okay. The new rowboat.
The new
Right.
rowboat.
Okay.
The one that's not on fire on the ground. Yeah.
Okay.
Unless that one would have totally missed the ground and... No. 12.
Yeah, the plan was not to ground the rowboat. You know, it would have hovered a little off the ground and people would have popped out. You are completely correct.
That's a 16?
16 to hit a great big rowboat. That
Yeah.
sounds pretty good. So, what are we going to add in for some wild magic effects on this?
Okay, the fire turns into a goo that still burns, but it
Ooh.
sticks to things.
It's like an acidic goo.
Yeah.
So it's napalm.
It's like a fire slime. Or napalm. Yeah.
It's napalm.
I was thinking of napalm.
Okay. Well, that all sounds amazing. Anyone have any suggestions as to what else is happening, or shall I just start doing stuff?
I think that because we're on a flying mattress made out of eyes, there is a song from another dimension that comes through that says Portobello Road, Portobello Road, and it flies up as we grip this flying bed. And there's a moment of disorientation, and only 4 people got that joke. But I love you, 4 people.
Those are the best jokes. They land very well.
For those 4 people.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway, but what else happened?
Yes. All right. So, a rift from another plane opened up, and the music came through.
Yeah.
So, the kind of other plane where they just sort of randomly caper around and have music does sound like the kind of plane that, for example, Snitch might have come from.
I was thinking the Feywild. Amazing! Amazing!
So we now have a rift that has opened up to there, or perhaps from there. And you were very careful not to do anything to annoy my Fae last time I gave you one. So I think that I'm just going to leave this portal here and we'll see who comes through it.
Oh, I think that's all for my turn. All right, wait, damage. 66. Damage on the rowboat. Oh no, that's only 17.
Got a real love-hate relationship with rowboats.
I don't hate them. They're merely vehicles for my enemies.
All right. So you've damaged it, and you've covered it in burning slime. And I think the people inside are shrieking because even though it's the boat that's covered in slime, the boat is dissolving underneath them. So they are, we'll go with displeased. Hey, Patches,
Hey,
would you like to do anything?
I would very much like to do things. I still have these two attackers, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. So the best thing I think I can do at this point is to cast Thunderclap again to hopefully hit them both, get them away from me, and then move away from them.
Okay.
Like just beat feet. Yeah. So I'm gonna cast that again. I am going to cast it at level 2. I'll
Okay.
use one of my level 2 slots. So that's 3d8 damage.
Okay.
With a 13 Constitution save. Goes out to 15 feet and did a total of 10 damage. And if they fail the save, they move 10 feet away from me.
All right. Well, the one who hit you with his sword failed the save.
Excellent.
13 damage, you said?
Yes.
All right. Let me.
No, 10 damage. Sorry, 10 damage.
10 damage.
13. Yeah, 13 is the save target
Right.
for Constitution.
Okay. So, you are going to run away. There's still a hedgehog in your face. He
There
will
is.
take a reaction to swing at you as you go, but if an 18 misses, I don't think much of his chances.
Of 18 missed when I had shield. I can only do that once a day, and it hurts.
Okay.
It's the worst shield.
It's not great. Aberrant Dragon Mark is just because I wanted Patches to look a little more metal.
Well, he takes a swing at you with his reaction and gets a 14.
That will hit. That just hits.
Okay. And that is for
Okay.
9 damage. And you're out. You've run off.
Yeah, I've gotten him. Yes, away.
Okay.
Yep.
Is there anything I should know about the storm near you?
Well, I wanted to go and throw my cloak over. I wanted to take the scarf off and throw the cloak over the cart where Jenna is.
Okay.
Yep, just to kind of hide her from
Channa?
or Channa. Sorry, excuse me, not Jenna. Channa. What the hell I'm thinking about? Channa. Throw that over. But I think when I do that, it turns into a big top tent and just goes and like covers the whole thing.
Okay.
Because the portal to the Feywild open, it's just like, okay, we're doing this. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
Okay.
Yep.
I think that the big top tent has a bunch of great hospitality stuff inside it. I think it has food and drink. I think it smells amazing. I think this whole area is sort of permeated with this delicious smell of the food coming from the big top.
Did I just throw like Mordenkainen's shelter over her? Like,
Kind of sounds like it. Except
Awesome.
I'm sort
Just-
of picturing like popcorn and,
yeah,
candy apples.
110%. All that nonsense from the Feywild. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much that's it. That's my turn.
Okay. So that brings us to Imperi, who can't see a lot of stuff that's going on.
Lucky her.
She's the envy of everyone in this
Yep.
situation.
All right. Now, all of you can see invisible, or all of the things that were invisible are visible?
All the
Can you
things that
see
were
and parry?
invisible are
Yeah.
visible. No, we can't. I would say that we can't see and parry.
Okay.
She winked out. Everything else in the area that was invisible winked in.
Got
so
it.
they just swap places. That's why they could see the mattress of many winks.
Got it. All right. That brings us to Marcel. Hey, Marcel, you're on this mattress.
I certainly am. Now,
And you're happy.
and I am happy, and I am so happy.
How's the plum sitting?
Oh, you know, right about here, just under the sternum. It has not left. It's still, I can sort of feel it there.
Smaller or bigger now?
It feels a little bigger, you know, but it's holding firm. What is the situation vis-a-vis these guards as the other occupants of the other flying rowboat? How are they doing? What's happening with them?
So, they look like they're panicking because there's this flaming goo on this wooden boat that they're in, and they're like 100 feet above the ground.
I see.
So, if you're asking whether they're paying attention to you, the answer is no. You're asking specifically about them and not the two on the ground, right?
No, but that's my second question.
Okay, so one of the two on the ground, the one who still looks humanish, got blown back. Like, I don't think you can tell if he's a human or a half-orc or white because he's got a helmet and whatnot. The one who looks like a hedgehog is standing right where Patches had been standing, and is like, oh, he left. And Patches took off and made a big top.
Okay. Then I would like to cast a spell because this is what we're doing, and I have not been able to cast Speak with Animals, and I would like to talk to this fabled mattress of 40 winks.
Speak with Animals will not let you talk to the mattress unless there's some wild magic involved.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's fine. Because this I'm having too much fun with this, and there's nothing going to stop me from talking to a mattress made of eyeballs.
Okay.
What now? I'm looking that up. What do I have to do to cast this? It's one action.
So you start by making your duck swarm roll.
Okay. And that is a 7,
Okay.
which really looked like a 1, which scared me for a second, but it's definitely a 7. So, yes.
All right. So then you cast this spell, and I believe now you can manipulate the wild magics around you to make it so that this spell will allow you to communicate with the mattress.
Excellent.
Do you have anything to say about that wild magic manipulation, or is it just...
Ooh. I think...
Can I make a suggestion?
Please.
One of your eyes turns into a mouth to talk to this thing.
Oh, yes! Yes! Absolument. All right.
You don't need two eyes.
I
What
don't
is
need...
wrong with me? No, you can still see out of it. That's what's distressing.
but only when
As
the
long
mouth
as
is
you
open.
don't start
Yeah,
just
only when the
eating
mouth is
eyeballs,
open.
you're
Yep.
fine.
It's only when the mouth is open. And it definitely has teeth. But like weird first version Sonic the Hedgehog movie teeth.
Ooh.
So what's the duration on this spell?
It is 10 minutes. I can speak to this mattress. And so I say to it,
Mon Dieu, what a brilliant piece of furniture you are. Do you know how many people love you? Do you know how many people care for you? Do you know the person who would like to express the most thanks for your thankless acts of putting people to sleep? I tell you who it is. It is that man-sized hedgehog down there. And he wishes to give you a hug. At speed.
So I would like some sort of persuasion roll here.
that's fair. That's totally fair. Let's see. Now I'm gonna check this. I've got, because I do have something on persuasion. I've got a +4 to persuasion.
And I don't know if you've used your bardic inspiration yet.
Have not, also not the inspiration. So let's go. Let's play. What do I got? I got an 8. I think I would like to re-roll that. I think I'd like to use my inspiration. Then I can do better.
And then you can add a d8 to that if you want.
Yeah, that's a 12, and I'm going to plus my d8 to that. I'm going to do the bardic inspiration and my regular inspiration and have a 20 on my persuasion roll.
Wow. And so the mattress is like, oh, but it's not the Sandman. I hate the Sandman. And so you have persuaded this mattress to hug the hedgehog, and I believe your words were at speed.
Mm-hmm.
Is this mattress gonna clobber this man?
I hope so.
Former man, current hedgehog. Man-sized hedgehog.
That's the name of Haller's second metal album.
Man-sized hedgehog.
Former, yeah. The title track. Man-sized hedgehog.
So that's all there is. Man-sized hedgehog.
Okay, so the mattress is going to fly at its top speed and grab this hedgehog fellow. Have we done the other half of the wild magic for the mattress talking?
No, just the eyeball mouth.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I think that the other part of this is that everyone within about 25 feet also gets an eyeball mouth and can also speak to the mattress. Some of you may never have had a mouth before.
Does it have teeth too?
It has teeth. It has a tongue. I don't think you've ever had a tongue.
I'm gonna stick my finger in it.
Tastes like patties.
It does.
Yeah, it's
I have like a few moments before I plummet into the ground, so just like,
right. So,
Copper pieces.
I don't know if Patches is in range. I think that's a Jacob question.
No. You said
not
25
yet,
feet.
not until the
yeah.
mattress gets close.
Yeah.
Right. So, I think the hedgehog fellow is, especially since we are now ramming him. Mm-hmm. So, Marcel and Holler, do you guys have seatbelts or anything like that?
No, we're just kind of.
Okay, so the
Sitting on
mattress is ramming the hedgehog fellow, and I think that they are both effectively occupied for a little while. Mm-hmm. But I think that Holler and Marcel need to give me some sort of saving throw to not go flying into some sort of magical debris that's in the wind here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just Dex.
I think so.
Okay.
Nat 1.
I rolled a 4.
Okay. So, you are both caught up in the storm winds. I think with the Nat 1, you collided with something. Who can tell me what they collided with?
The bell that actually plays when I clap my hands together.
So it's just like gong, like I smashed into it and like wrap around.
It's actually been like an invisible floating gong that's been following us around, and it's caught up in the winds as well. So like when you hit it, it's like gong. Patches looks down.
All right, so that's 6 damage.
To me? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And you're a
These are
level 6
broken.
fighter.
Yeah, I'm a level 6 fighter. I'm okay.
Yeah. All right. So there are a couple of bodyguards. One of them is all caught up in a mattress. The other one has just been blown away by that gong and is quite a ways away. I think that he is probably right by the popcorn and is going to nip into the big top.
Okay. Great.
All right.
Now
Because
on
it
to
just
question
smells so
mark's
good.
turn.
Now it's the question mark's turn. All right, so this question mark comes into sight. This is the Warforged with the spider body. So it sounds to me like that should be called a Spore Forged, but we have a
Yeah, that's
Spore
confusing.
character already, so, you know,
Spiderged.
Yeah, I like even just spider forged.
Arachnoid.
right. So we all know who that is.
Yep.
And that person is now visible. We also have a portal that some pixies are going to fly out of. At least they kind of look like pixies, except pixies usually only have 2 arms and 2 legs. And these are more numerous than that. And they're looking around and trying to figure out what's going on, and that's all they do this round.
Just please, I need a rough estimate of the number of limbs involved.
Well, they're not all the same. So there are 3 of these. But, you know, if you wish to make wild estimates, I will say yes.
It's like, you
One's
know,
a
the
fixie.
Vitruvian man and how, like, the limbs kind of balance out in
Yeah.
a circle. So if he had enough limbs, it would just be like a sphere of, like, leggies or something like that. So that's,
Well, I mean, the wings got a flap.
yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So
Yep.
there's limits.
Yes, I concur.
Ugh.
So the large winged humanoid who is coming in was all set to attack the flying opponents on the mattress, but that is no longer an option. But he can attack people who are in the winds flying around.
Sure.
So I think looking at the 2 people flying around, Holler looks more of a threat. No offense, Marcel.
Oh, perfectly under. And his small eye mouth says, "Yes, I understand."
To nobody.
To know.
So this guy's casting a spell. Somebody please make the duck swarm roll.
You got it, Jacob?
Andy? Yeah, I got it. I got it.
You got it. All
I
right.
got it. 11.
Okay. So he's casting a firebolt, which is totally going to work with an 11. And his roll is a 14. Is a 14 going to hit Holler?
That's my AC.
Okay. Well, then, Holler, I just hit you with a firebolt for some damage. 12 points of damage.
Jeez.
Woof.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. It means that this is not a level 1 caster. Also, there is some peripheral wild magic going on around you. Things we haven't handled in the wild magic stuff is anything about Snitch's elemental that's flying around.
True.
I think there's a plum in Marcel's abdomen that we haven't done anything with. What else haven't we done anything with? We haven't created living spells out of the things. We could add some NPCs with funny voices that could be under anyone's control.
The
Anyway,
bell needs a voice.
that's a good point. So, Holler, you've been zapped with some magic. What's the first wild magic effect?
Uh, so many things to work with. So it's an effect
I just
modifying the spell, basically.
it doesn't have to be.
Oh, just this.
Magic has happened, and that
Okay, the,
triggers
the,
the
the
storm.
rain around me turns into dandelion fluff.
Okay, that sounds very sneeze-inducing. And I think that in addition to that, we're going to see some of the fairies become very attracted to the dandelion fluff and start chasing it.
That's fair.
Got a Thrixie, one of them has 3 limbs. A Fixie, one of them has 5.
It has a bicycle with no gears.
So the rowboat that is covered in flaming goo burns more, and the 3 people inside the rowboat are frantic. Like, one of them is clearly in charge of steering this thing and motivating it, and is trying for a controlled descent. Well, that's a nat 1.
On a controlled descent, you say?
On a controlled descent roll.
Oh,
So, I feel
seems to me
like-
that just the flight magic on the rowboat just stops.
Yeah, the part that contained the magic burned away. So, we've had 2 rounds of combat. This sounds like a good time for a break.
Okay.
I need
Sounds
some
good.
more water, and we should figure out what happens next, which we'll do in a minute. Welcome back. So this is the second half of the finale for Best of Intentions. We're in combat. The protagonists, whom we sometimes deem heroes, are trying to accomplish some goals. I'm not entirely sure what they are, but let's see how they do. Holler, you're up.
I am attached to a large dingle bell that is flying around in the storm. A
Cool.
winged humanoid shot at me with fire powers, but I feel like since they use a range spell, that means I'm not in range to like grapple them.
Right, but you're on a flying thing?
Can I want to either jump off the flying thing onto the flying human, or direct the flying thing close enough that I can grab the human.
Or sprout wings out in the wild magic zone?
I would like to sprout wings in the mild magic zone.
I wish this was a mild magic zone, but it's not. This is what I like to call a Dale special.
I am filled with a need to enact revenge upon this winged human, and they are taunting me with their wings, but I can't reach them. So I have to get closer.
Okay. Well, I think that will work. So, what do these wings look like? Are they mechanical? Are they organic? Are they fixed? Do you have a helicopter rotor?
Are they just on your ankles?
Just like, just like angel wings, but gold.
Okay,
Gold metal feathers.
sweet. Okay, so you are going to be able to charge this large winged spellcaster. And while you invoke this wild magic, I think that the storm amplifies your will that you're pouring into the storm to get these wings. So I think lots of nearby people are growing golden wings. So I think that it's going to inconvenience some people. The Trixie, for example, is very annoyed at having more wings, especially made of metal, because now she's so heavy. That's not elegant at all. Also, there was an anvil that was flying through the storm, and it was doing just fine without wings, but it has wings now. And there was something that I think we're going to call a stomach. and the stomach was just sort of flapping around in the wind, but now the stomach has wings. And there are probably other things that I'm sure we'll hear about over the course of the round that have now sprouted big golden rings. Perhaps we'll find out about Patches and Marcel, for example. But in the meantime, Holler, you have big golden wings, and there's a big guy. He's like 9 feet tall, and he has a very surprised look on his face. He's wearing a holy symbol of the silver flame. He looks like he's hurt. You, excuse me. You may recall he came straight from a fight against an enormous burrowing tusk demon.
Yes. At the manor house.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. So I want to grab onto him
Okay.
and try to, like, restrict limbs and wings.
Okay. So is your intent that the two of you are going to go plummeting to the ground?
Yeah, I want to pile driver this guy.
Okay. And you have a grapple thing.
Yeah, I have a grapple thing. I took grappling or grappler as a feat.
All right.
Which
So,
it says you have advantage on attack rolls against a creature you are grappling, and I can use my action to try to pin a creature grappled.
okay.
So I can pin.
Go ahead and give me a roll then.
I believe that's mostly just a strength roll. 10. Inspiration. 12.
Dale, do you need the rules on grapple?
Not with a 12.
All right. Hero point?
Action surge.
You know what, Jacob? It would probably be courteous of us to review the rules for the listeners regardless so they know what's
Please.
going on.
Yeah.
Understood. You can use the attack action to make a grapple check. The target of your grapple must be no larger than one size larger than you. So it's a athletics check contested by their athletics or acrobatics. If they're incapacitated, you succeed automatically. If you succeed, the target has the grapple condition. Their speed becomes 0. They can't benefit from any bonus to the speed. Yep.
If it's an athletics check, then my last roll is a 19.
Oh, that does beat my roll. Okay, so you have grappled this guy. That's going to be exciting. Hey, Patches, you're up.
Fun.
Actually, I have a question for
Yep.
Jacob. So, like, a pile driver is, like, head down between the legs, right? But I want
That
to
is
do,
head
like,
down. Yep.
the back flip.
That's a German suplex.
More like
So
a German
you're pretty
suplex.
much you're grabbing him. They're facing forward. You're grabbing them around the waist and then bending your body back and driving their head and shoulders into the ground.
That's more what I wanted.
German suplex.
Thank you.
Okay, so we'll get the results of that next round. Right? Because you have to do that to a grappled person, if I understood the description of your
Pin?
feat.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yep.
Patches, you're up.
I'm going to cast. Wait. Somebody ran into the.
Yes.
Into
One of
the
the
big
guards
top.
went into the big top.
into the
Looking
big
for
top.
popcorn.
Looking for popcorn. Gonna let him go.
Okay.
We have an objective. I'm going to cast See Invisibility.
Okay.
I will roll my 1,000 ducks. The roll of 1,000 ducks. 8.
Okay.
The roll of 1,000 ducks begins with a single quack.
Oh, what a web we weave. And first we roll for 1,000 ducks. So yes, I will cast the invisibility, and look for the silver flame.
And
person.
Barry, yeah, you see
Yeah.
her. She
Marvelous.
is stumbling around blindly. She's trying to get
Excellent.
towards Snitch.
Okay. So the wild magic thing is I have cast see invisibility, and now Imperi. I can only see Imperi. Imperi can only see me.
Okay.
You know, matching your intent, right?
Yep. Yep. I see you. Oh no.
So she's going to be pleased with that, and I think the matching effect is that there is going to be a great big beacon that you can't see, but everyone else sees that whatever's happening in this storm, it's going to be attracting attention from a lot of different places. Kind of like some searchlights and just all sorts of visibility, extra visibility happening here.
Okay. Other people can see me, to be clear. I just can't. I can only see Imperi.
Got it.
That's it. Yep. It's just like a white void and some noise and Imperi. And that's all.
Okay. So, is there anything else you're going to do?
Yes, I'm going to, as a reaction, I'm going to cast Healing Word at 2nd level on myself.
Okay.
Because Imperi is scary. So my roll of 1,000 ducks. 7.
Okay.
So yes, I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself.
All right.
And I heal 7 damage, which almost puts me back up to full, which is nice. And then the Wild Magic Little Help for my fellow players on a healing spell.
Maybe it just keeps healing you. Maybe you just keep, you got 7 hit points back this round. Well, maybe you'll just get 7 hit points a round for the rest of the fight. It'll just keep glomping bits onto you, and you'll sort of have bits growing out of you. Do you like that?
No.
Okay.
Oh, that's terrible, but let's
What
do
if you're
it.
like the center of a circle of kind of rejuvenative life, and the stuff on the ground becomes alive around you, like wilted grass from the grasslands, and maybe some, hibernating frogs. Come
I
to
like
life
that.
around you.
Yes. The land itself begins to heal.
Lovely.
Light music starts to play. I am
All right.
much easier to see.
So we'll do that. Also, this had been a battlefield, so I suspect there are some other bits and pieces around that may be starting to heal. But happily, Marcel has a favorite enemy bonus that might be coming into play at some point that could help him out.
Yes.
And you can't see any of this anyway.
Nope. And necromancers are just healers that never gave up. So let's do it.
Okay. So, it is Imperi's go.
Well, I don't know who she's going to go after.
All right. So
Hi.
she's very pleased that she can finally see something. And this means I don't have to drop her invisibility spell. So she has a strange something wrapped around her knuckles, and when she grips, a curve of light comes out. It's not quite a full circle; it's more of a U.
Yeah. It's a
And-
circle.
Yeah, a very, very curved, like
Yeah.
a
Like a
sickles I've
punch
seen. up in-
dagger, but a
Yeah.
hoop.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's made of energy. And she is going to sprint at Patches and try to jam this between some bits of patch.
So she still can't see the ground, right?
Yes, that's right. She still can't see the ground. So, I'm guessing this is an acrobatics check. So, I have a 17 showing on my die. I wish that had been my attack roll, but she makes it right up to Patches. So, she's in your face, Patches.
Terrific.
That's my second nat 1 tonight. All right. So, she has this cool magic thing that she tries to insert into you.
Yes.
She rolled a nat 1.
Excellent.
I'm going to give you narrative control.
Now Patches has a cool magic thing.
Okay.
She runs and just trips at that last moment. He just steps to the side and plucks it out of her hand. And then she like plants it, just like, oh, thank you.
Okay. So it deactivates when it pops off her knuckles.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well,
we could just talk, you know.
That was a little anticlimactic, but and no one else can see that happened.
Nope.
Except suddenly
Nope.
they can see that Patches is holding a thing.
Yeah. No. And
So-
Patches is just like,
Patches looks smug. We don't know
Of course
why, but
nobody-
he normally looks that way.
yeah. Not a clue. He's so upset. Nobody ever sees me do a damn thing.
Everyone always sees Marcel do cool things. Speaking
Yeah.
of
Oh,
which,
all the
it's
time.
Marcel's turn.
Well.
So Marcel got swept up by some storm debris as well, right?
I believe so, yes. He didn't get hurt because he didn't roll a nat 1.
But I did get swept up by some debris. So am I still flying through the air, or have I reached the surface of the planet? Have I?
Do you have wings?
I do have wings now. I do have wings. What do Marcel's wings look like? I think they're probably, everybody has golden.
I think they start as gold medal wings.
That's true. Well, that's good. Okay, good.
I was thinking that the tiny ones on, like Marcel would have the tiny ones on the ankles.
Yeah.
Like,
Or like little on the end of the elbows. Like,
yeah, right? Like,
Yeah.
just on the
some
shoulders.
little,
just-
little flittery thing.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, gosh, there are a lot of things trying to kill us, and many of them are scary. And if Patches hadn't already started going after Imperi, Marcel certainly would have. But there's also
Please, that doesn't have to be a one-man thing.
She's
You can do it
invisible,
too.
though.
It's fine.
What are we gonna do?
true. Gosh, I do want to fight that spider robot, but I've
Do
got
it.
Okay.
Go ahead. No, I just wanted you to feel the freedom to help Patches if you wanted to. But if you don't, and you want to go after the spider thing and do something cool in front of everybody again, who am I to stop you?
I do, because prior, like there's somebody gone into that tent after Channa. I don't know what's up with that. That could
He
be
went after
turn out.
popcorn.
He went after popcorn.
It
True.
smelled so good.
Might not
Yeah.
care
Still
about
does.
Channa. Might not know what to do with Channa.
That was the risk I took.
Okay. Well, all right. But I think I've got an idea, but I'll. So how would he know that Imperi is there? I think so. He's fluttering around with his wings that are coming out of his elbows and his ankles,
Yep.
and has not taken damage, but is disoriented in the air. How much of a read on the environment? Well, he's a ranger. Probably has an excellent read on things.
And there were searchlights and stuff, right?
And there were searchlights. Things are getting weird out here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to shout after the one person I think might have some sort of comprehensive handle on things. And I said, "Is that Patches? Do you see Imperi? Where did you go?"
He just points to a spot on the ground right in front of him.
Let's see. I see.
He can't see anything. He's just there.
There. Okay. Then I would like to flutter my little wings, and move straight. A beeline straight in on that area that he pointed to, and I want to breathe spores all over it. I want to.
Crop duster.
just crop. Yes, exactly.
It's never been specified which orifice the spores have to come out of.
We
it's
did
usually
use the verb
mouth,
cough.
you breathe, but
Oh,
maybe
we
his
did say
eyeball
cough.
mouth does it too now.
What
Yeah,
is
exactly.
a fart but a butt cough? Really? Sorry.
Isn't that what that is in American Sign Language? Isn't it butt cough?
Yes,
Is
I
it
believe it is, yeah.
neat?
Learn
Language
something
is
new every
fun.
day.
I'm not saying no.
All right. So yes,
You
I
gotta
would
work
like.
harder for a no.
Yeah. So he's flying, just also very excited by the sudden gift of flight, and flies down and squeezes air out of every orifice he can manage.
Just clench.
Yes.
Okay. So I believe we're doing a constitution roll, and you had developed proficiency because the plum has just grown that much inside your abdomen.
Wow. Okay.
That was what you said. I asked
Yes.
you, and you said, yeah, it had.
That's true. That's true. So
Proficient in plum gassing.
Yes.
proficiency in plum gassing plus constitution. Okay, here we go. That is a 17 plus 3 is 20 plus 3 is 23.
So I believe
She
we've
plum
also
got.
established that when you gas someone that badly, you get narrative control. So she's completely blissed out.
Right. Gosh.
She can only see patches.
She can
She can-
only see patches. She's completely happy.
She's completely happy. I would like her to be I would like Patches. Well, no, Patches will do whatever Patches wants to do. But I would like her to be incredibly suggestible now because of the freewheeling joyous. It gives her a kind of like very accepting, personality that
Okay.
might override some deep feelings. I
She
don't
just
know.
look at patches and be like, "Are you my mom?"
Yeah.
I am.
So she is the person in command of this entire operation, and she has face planted. She's disarmed. She is suggestible. She is full of spores. Andy, I will offer you a trade.
Okay.
I will say that your side wins the fight at this point if you will tell us about the comeuppance that you get from this plum.
Compluppance.
If it's relevant, I will remind you that Shanna has a standing offer to raise you from the dead if you die.
That's true. Okay.
Please don't traumatize your Warforged.
No, I don't want to hurt anybody. Evidence the contrary. But I think what happens to him? What happens to him? What
I mean-
every
Something has to happen. It's Chekhov's plum.
exactly Chekhov's plum. So I think unfortunately, just like the ending of The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, this plum is going to get 3 sizes too large, and become so. I don't want to traumatize everyone, but this is going to get into some sort of body horror. This is where we started. This is where we have to finish.
It's going to get there.
You've already got an eye mouth. Let's just do it.
So that's your content warning, I guess.
I suppose so, yes, but it's going to be a light-hearted body horror, because as this gets bigger, it sort of bursts inside of him, and there is an expression on his face of extreme ecstasy, but also concern. And as he tumbles through the air with his wings on his elbows and his ankles, and little was it pink tendrils what was on the bridge?
Yeah.
They start to come out of his pores a little bit, and things for Marcel go into slow motion. And just before he hits the ground and blacks out, something that was once invisible, now visible, a beautiful Maine Coon cat peeks its head over a hill, and he says, "There you are, mon cher." And he crashes into the ground, unconscious and bleeding out, and not in a very good place.
So, you have captured Emperi. You have seriously damaged the peripherals of this airship. You have rescued Channa. You have found the ghost cat. I think we can fast forward to a week later after we deal with Jacob's finger.
I had one suggestion.
Yes.
That the pixies that had come out of the Feywild saw how much fun our friend in the train was having. And they possessed all of the other vehicles and then flew back into the Feywild with them.
Oh.
Did Snitch go with them?
I would say Snitch went with them. I actually don't know what their situation was.
I wanted to say that I successfully
Snitchuation, I should say.
suplex this winged person into the ground, and then I crawl from the wreckage and approach Snitch and have a tearful reunion. And maybe the eye mouth is drooling. I don't know. It's Snitch, and then Snitch is yeah, and then Holler's it's time to go. But Snitch is I can hear them calling. And the pixies are yeah!
So Snitch has her train body, which is still connected to the boxcar.
Yeah.
And she flies through the hole to the
the boxcar.
With the X-17, yes. Yeah, she
I
has
thought
that.
the
Yeah,
X-17...
that was attached. Yeah.
No, but I thought I could have sworn that was back in Salvation in a storage warehouse.
So, the X-17, I guess Snitch has time to tell you this. She got back to Salvation in order to drop it off, and there was an airship hovering over... Yes. And so she ran away. Because you're right, that was the plan. That was your understanding of what was going to happen.
Understood. Okay, got it.
So my question is...
the result of that not happening.
Right. And the cause of it not happening. So my question is, are you letting her take the X-17 back into the Feywild, or are you disconnecting the boxcar as she's flying away? I feel like Holler is in a position where she can just grab the thing and pull.
No, Snitch is going home. Goodbye, Snitch.
Okay.
Have a fun life, and your freedom back.
So we've got one member over there completely unconscious with tendrils coming out, just going Zotalor, I have missed one. And then Holler is just waving a tearful goodbye, and Patches is just standing there watching the X-17 fade into the Feywild.
That's
maybe you still can't see anything.
Oh, I can't, can I?
Okay.
You're just we got Emperi. Let's lock her down. Hog tie.
Yep.
Sheep
let's
tie.
lock her
Pig
down.
tie.
Things start to fade off.
So
you'll never know, I guess, what happened to the X-17.
Yep.
So I go ahead.
Oh no! I after everything fades, just where did the airship go? Where did the train go? Where's the
airship was still there last time I checked. Haven't looked for a while though. Guess I'm gonna look around for the airship.
I mean, the airship might have moved out of the storm, but they're sort of waiting to see if anyone's going to pay them to transport them anywhere. The train's definitely gone.
There's the airship.
Okay,
it all makes sense now. We're okay.
Where'd the train go?
Snitch went home.
All of it?
Finally, after all this time, Snitch is free.
Where's the boxcar hauler?
Snitch had it.
Okay.
Right? Because Snitch was going to take it for us.
Patches
Snitch
is
took it
walking towards Marcel to heal him, but still not eyes locked on Hauler. Just okay. Well, so what you're telling me is that the thing that we came in here for, did all of this for, is now in the Feywild. Heal, heal, heal. Is that correct? Yes.
No,
Get up, man. Dust yourself off.
This was all for Shannon. We still have to take her to Salvation to get her not purple.
All right. We'll do that. And what do you think our employer is going to say?
That's
when we
Shannon,
tell-
and if she
when
wakes
we
up, I
tell
hope
her-
she's happy.
I do as well, but when we tell her that it's in the Feywild, what do you think our employer is going to say to her adventurer employees? After
Thank you
that?
for saving my life.
No, she's going to say go to the Feywild and
Okay.
get it.
Then we get to see Snitch again.
Well, that sounds like it will be an exciting time. But that will not be happening in a week. Thank you for watching, Dice Friends. This has been episode 7, the final episode of Best of Intentions. This episode, like everything we do, has been brought to you by you. You can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun, or on YouTube by joining as a member of the Loading Ready Run channel. I'm Dale Friesen. I'm an actor, a gamer, an opera singer, and you can find me on Twitter at Dale E. Friesen. Jacob, where can people find you and tell you all their regrets for this campaign?
The depths of my heart. My name is Jacob Burgess. I'm an actor, a writer. I'm a part of Yizbert Games, which is an indie game publisher. You can find me kicking around the Yizbert Discord, which is discord.gg/Yizbert Games, YSBRYD. Yes, discord.gg Yizbert Games, or at Yizbert Games on Twitter, and at Jacob Burgess VO. Or if you want to check out my website, it's www.makewordshappen.com. And I am the man that eats all of the sandwiches that Andy has ever created.
Wow.
Hey,
I
Corey,
work out.
who are you?
I'm Coriander Dickinson. I work for Loading Ready Run, and I produce other content for Tilty House, which is a thing me and Ian do. And you can address all of your regrets about Dice Friends to at Absolar on Twitter.
Thank you. Andy, please tell us about yourself.
Sure. My name is Andrew Canton, and I'm still a benevolent figment of your imagination, Jim. But, Jim, what if I wasn't? What if I were, in fact, some sort of actor, writer living in Vancouver? And you could verify this information by going to andrewcounden.com or checking him out on Twitter at @AndrewCounden. What if I was real, Jim? What if I was real?
Can you imagine if Andy was real and you could just hire him for things?
My God, yeah. What a crazy world that would be.
Wow.
I'd be bananas.
I mean, if that were the case, I'd want to, put him into my games and stuff.
Yeah, really?
I guess there's still the beer multi-tap. You could go get that.
That's my one regret, is that we never got the beer multi-tap.
We never went in the basement. We never made new Warforged. I didn't get my laser arm, which would have required removing my normal arm, but,
Worth it.
worth
Yeah.
it.
Well, I guess there's stuff to do another time. But for now, there will be more Dice Friends, but it won't be Best of Intentions. I don't know if there's going to be Dice Friends in a week. I guess you will just have to find out.